Rice harvest is underway in southwestern Louisiana. Well, at least it was until those rains we just talked about happened. According to the latest crop progress report from the USDA, farmers in Louisiana have cut about 22% of the rice crop. That's well ahead of the 5-year average at 9%. TWILA's Karl Wiggers traveled to Vermilion Parish to visit with a couple of farmers there to see how their crops are looking.
Combines are rolling, trucks are driving, and bins are filling up in rice country, at least before the recent rains that halted their progress. Vermilion Parish rice farmer John McLean says this growing season has been great for his crop.
Yeah, I mean, the rice took off from the beginning. We had the right weather in the beginning and the cool nights in the end to do everything the right way, and it was the right way for the rice to grow. We were pleased with the outcome of the growing season. It was ideal conditions.
Just down the road, McLean's neighbor, Hunter Luquette, says missing the big rains have made a huge difference.
It was an inch or two. It wasn't 5, 6, 10 inches at a time, so we really didn't have to pump off as much as we usually do, which helps save on fuel right there, and less expense on our part for that.
Luquette says he's thrilled to be cutting the rice in this field without wading through water like in years past.
This farm here is some very low land. It's below sea level. It's pump off. You have to pump water on it to flood it. You have to turn around and pump it off when you're ready to harvest it. And a lot of times we get big rains that come back and reflood it. So a lot of times we cut this farm in the water or just muddy, and it's a mess. But with it being dry like this right now, it's a luxury to be able to cut this rice on dry ground for sure.
Both Luquette and McLean say they're happy with the yields they're seeing so far.
So far, the crop's been pretty solid for the growing season we had. You always generally hope for the best, and we've had solid crop, solid yields so far, so pleased with the way it's doing.
We're not breaking records, but it's doing pretty good. The ground conditions have been pretty good. The ground's hard. We're making a good second crop.
That second crop, or ratoon, is just as important as good yields early in the year. Especially after a difficult crawfish year, many rice farmers are counting on a solid rice crop to keep them profitable.
You try to make as much rice off of an acre as we can. So the second crop is crucial to us staying in business. If we get a wet season and we cut our whole first crop in the mud, that would just be horrible.
I rely on it. That's where that's the make or break. A good second crop makes things go a whole lot smoother, and the way we're managing the stubble and fertilizing and stuff on the second crop, we're making a good second crop. It's worth it.
McLean says all the hard work it takes to make this crop and bring it to the market is worth it every time he walks into a grocery store.
To walk into grocery stores and you see the name on the mill where you sold the rice to, and know the possibility that might be your rice that you're bringing home and putting on the table and watching the kids eat.
For This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Karl Wiggers reporting.
Rice is not the only crop with combines in the field. Corn harvest is underway in Louisiana, and I know for sure Karl is looking forward to giving us an update on that crop. If only he knew a corn farmer. I think he knows one in Franklin Parish.